All right, it would appear that we are live on, let's see here. I think we're live on, oh, cool. We're live on Periscope. We've got 3 people there. Welcome. I am live on Facebook just now. I know I'm live on YouTube. I just can't get Periscope to want to cooperate today. There we go, hopefully. Okay, so until Periscope, it says it's loading and encountering a problem, which is weird. I've never had that happen. Trying to get into, let me just reboot Periscope and see what happens. Maybe I can get on there so I can see any comments that you might have. 4 people with me on Periscope, welcome. All right, I had to reboot Periscope. Sorry about that. But I want to be able to monitor your comments in case you have any. So I'm on Facebook, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Periscope, and Instagram Live. The folks on Instagram Live will not get the benefit of the professional broadcast with the lower thirds and the images of my phone that I'm going to bring in when I show you guys some tricks on making good content for your Instagram stories. I have a bunch of iPads around me, and I've got a computer over on my left, so I apologize if while I work through this presentation for you, I am not looking directly at you. I apologize. I've got a lot going on here, and in order for me to bring you what I'm bringing you, I don't have a switcher, so I have to do my own switching and my own stuff, so I have to be able to look around, so I apologize. But I am trying to bring you the best content that I can bring you as far as teaching you Instagram stories. So let's go right into it. And let me get rid of this title card here. Okay, so Instagram stories. Yesterday, we talked about the importance of Instagram stories and what it can do for you and your brand. It is important to use Instagram stories on a daily basis whenever you think of using them. I try to use them as often as I can. I used to be better at Snapchat than I am Instagram stories. I don't know why. Maybe because Snapchat was a designated a platform designated to micro video content that was in the moment. It's not quite live, even though me and lots of other people refer to it as live video. It truly isn't live. It's in the moment or at the moment. You take it and then you post it. And so people are seeing it seconds and up to 24 hours after you post it. So that's what this content is. And it's extremely powerful content in building your brand, building name recognition for you, getting your message out there, building your audience, connecting with your audience, making new friends, networking with other people, selling. I mean, ultimately, if you're selling something, you will increase your sales by using this content over time. Thank you for the love on Periscope. Feel free to go like that, like all through the broadcast if you want. I love that. I've never had anybody do that before to me. I have had them do that on Facebook last night, but they didn't do it because of me. They did it because somebody dressed up in a shark costume and danced around and got on screen. Somebody I was interviewing, it was his girlfriend. You can go to my Facebook page, Todd.LIVE, if you want to see that video from last night. People went nuts and gave me tons of love when she showed up in the shark costume. But anyway, let's go to the phone. All right, here we go. If you're not following me on Instagram, why don't you take a moment and go follow me on Instagram? Here it is, Todd.LIVE. It's easy to find. I try to put good content on there. And thank you for the Instagram crowd that's showing up. If you are on Instagram, you are not getting the benefit of the full broadcast because I do have lower thirds and other things going on that I cannot send to Instagram without doing a trick. And I will show you guys what I'm talking about. If I can turn the camera. See, there's a lot of stuff going on over here. You do not get the benefit of that broadcast. But I'm doing the best I can, and I want to bring the Instagram crowd people in. Maybe you guys will go show up over on Facebook. I don't like turning that. Boy, that's loose. There, that's better. That should move. Okay, so we've gone to the phone. So look, feel free to join me on Instagram, Todd.LIVE. And if you go over there from Periscope, thanks for the love on Periscope. If you go over there from Periscope, or if you go over there from YouTube or from Facebook, please send me a private message and let me know that you came over from one of these other platforms and you're now following me on Instagram. So that'll let me know that I've connected with you and you've connected with me. And I can't promise a follow back. I mean, the odds are you're going to get one, but I only tend to follow accounts that are heavily involved in communicating with me and in the content that I'm creating, or they're producing killer content themselves and I can learn off them. But there's so many accounts out there. I just can't follow everyone. So please don't be upset if I don't follow you right back, or even follow you ever. It's not a follow for follow thing. I don't get butthurt if you guys don't follow me. I want you to, but I want you to for the right reasons, not because I'm going to follow you back. Okay, so let's go to Instagram stories. You go to the okay, from this screen right here, from your home screen where it's your account, you basically hit the little home button on the bottom left, and it takes you over to the feed. Okay, this is the feed of everybody that you're following, and of course, you can swipe down to refresh it. So if you go to the Todd.LIVE button, the blue button at the far left, your button's always going to be in the far left. Okay, that's where your button's always going to be. So you can go there.
Hey folks, I'm getting ready to go live on YouTube.
The content that you've created in chronological order. Okay, but if you want to create content, oh, and if you notice, and I know there's sound on my video, so I try not to talk while I'm showing you the video, but notice on my video there's hashtags and there's a geotag, and I've tagged myself. Take a look here.
Hey folks, I'm getting ready to go live on YouTube, Periscope, and Facebook.
On that story, I've tagged myself. It's on the right-hand side, kind of halfway up. I've got a bunch of tags in the bottom, hashtags, and then I've also got a geotag. Take another look.
Hey folks, I'm getting ready to go live on YouTube.
Okay, all three of those do something. Here's why I recommend you tag yourself in every video with your name. Watch what happens here when I go in my video and touch the tag of myself.
Hey folks, I'm getting time to go live again.
Actually,
hey folks, I'm getting time to go.
Okay, I thought if I touched it, then it would take me to my home screen, like this page right here, where you can learn about me. Apparently, you can't do that to yourself. So if I touch my own tag and it's over on the right-hand side of the screen, it'll send me here, or it'll send me to the next video. But if I touch somebody else's tag, let's see if I can find somebody else's tag.
You guys want to see what real life? So I'm actually working on.
You see what happened there when I touched Brian Kramer? It gives me a bubble and gives me the option to go see Brian Kramer's screen. Let's look at that again. Watch. When I touch Brian Kramer in Owen Video's daily story, his Instagram story, it'll give me a chance to go see Brian Kramer. That's why you tag yourself, because people might touch that and it gives them the option to go to your screen right here and possibly follow you and check you out. So
I'm actually working on.
It even pauses the screen and gives you a moment to think about it. Okay? That's a very powerful thing. Now, does it translate into millions of follows? Are you going to be the next Gary Vaynerchuk? No, it's not going to happen that way. But people will sometimes accidentally touch your name, and it gives them the option. Maybe they wouldn't have thought about it before if they, until they touched your name and that little bubble comes up. And they're like, oh, what's that? So you want to tag yourself. The other thing you want to do is you want to do hashtags. Now, watch what happens here.
Hey, folks, I'm getting ready to go live.
See hashtag, okay? That looks to me, and my hashtags are really small, so I don't know which one that's it. I think it's live stream. So when you touch that, okay, it gives you the option to go to that hashtag. Let's go to it. So it takes you to everything live streaming. Now the thing about having that hashtag in my video is that people that are searching for live streaming will have a chance to find my video, and I'll show you what happens. When you do a search, let's go to the live stream. Okay, we're going to search live stream. And we'll do tags. Okay, so we'll go to the live stream tag. Now, let's see if some videos show up. Look at that at the top. At the top is a round button. That is all the videos. Not all, probably, because there's probably hundreds of thousands, maybe not hundreds of thousands, but there's a lot of videos that are tagged with the tag live stream. So let's go into them.
Hey, folks, I'm getting ready to go live.
Look, there's me. So somebody that goes to the tag live stream and starts watching videos, they're going to see videos from all sorts of people in a chronological order of some fashion that have used the tag live stream. So there I am. That's a video I did yesterday. I did it a day ago, and it's showing up. So when you use hashtags, and you can use 10 of them, you can use 10 of them. And some people will say that's spamming and it's desperate and all that, but Instagram allows you to use 10. Use 10. Why would you not use 10? Why would you let somebody else tell you how many tags you like? Oh, I think you should use 3. Using 4 or more is kind of spammy and desperate. Fuck all that, okay? I probably shouldn't have said that, but I just think that's ridiculous, okay? You want to use the amount of tags that's going to help you get your message out there. Now, look, my tags almost blend in with my shirt. And a lot of the times I'll do that. I'll put in tags. I'll put in 10 tags, and I'll shrink them down. You can shrink them down by moving your fingers like that once you've typed them, and I'll show you that in a minute. You can shrink them down, and you can put them in a space where they're out of the way, and they're not distracting. And people are still going to find them by searching for that particular hashtag. So I will show you that. Give me a second here. The one other thing I want to show you is you want to do the geolocation hashtag, okay? Because look at this.
Hey, folks.
Okay, again, it pauses the video and says see location. So when you go to see location, this is everything that's tagged Irvine, California. So anyone searching for Irvine, California, again, is going to come across my video. Let's try it out and let's start watching videos and see if I show up.
Time to go live again.
Oop, there I was, though. Did you see it?
Time to go live again.
Okay, I pause. That's actually something that's kind of cool. I didn't realize you could do that. When you touch the hashtag, you actually pause the video. If I let the video run, it'll run, and then I can't talk during it. But as you can see, this is 28 minutes ago. I am in the Irvine, California stories list. So if you're watching stories from Irvine, California, you're going to come across my content. And it's going to, and for people on Instagram, you don't get the benefit of the lower thirds like everybody else. If you're watching me on Facebook Live, Periscope, or YouTube Live, there's lower thirds, and you're getting to see a picture. I have my phone tied in to where it's a picture in picture over my shoulder, kind of like a newscast. But anyway, so feel free to bounce over to Facebook, Todd.LIVE, if you want the better broadcast. And I do these on a daily basis. Although this week, folks, just to let you know, if you're watching this now or in replay, I do have Podcast Movement 2017 in Anaheim, California this week. I will not be doing From Scratch anymore this week. Today is the last day of From Scratch until next Monday, just so you know. Anyway, so these hashtags are very powerful. And actually, I was showing you the geo filter. So or the geo, the Irvine, California there. So you can only put one place where you're at, but you can choose any in the world, even if you're not there. If I want to choose New York City, I can choose New York City, even though I'm sitting in Irvine, California. You can choose whichever one you want, and you can play with it and see what gives you good results. So we've talked about 3 things. We've talked about that geotag, the Irvine, California. We've talked about the Todd.LIVE. If you touch that, I can't touch it and demonstrate it for you, but if you touch that, it will take you to my homepage where you could see what I'm talking about, what I'm about, and see my content below and possibly follow me. So it's a very powerful thing. And then, of course, the hashtags. I use 10 of them because I want people to find me in 10 different ways from 10 different hashtags. Now, let's go here and we'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go into my stats. Okay, so Irvine. The video that I made yesterday using the Irvine hashtag, Irvine, California, I got 95 viewers. These are people who wouldn't have otherwise found me at all if I hadn't used the Irvine, California hashtag. This is extremely powerful. If you were like a real estate agent and your specialty is Irvine, California, you definitely want to show off properties that you have listed or properties that you're showing and maybe give real estate buyer tips, real estate seller tips, and constantly tagging your story with Irvine story, because then people in the locality start to become familiar with you. And this is free. This costs you nothing. It's not free. It costs you time, but it's a small amount of time. Even if you do just one video a day and tag it Irvine, Irvine, California, or whatever location that you're in, it's a huge thing that you can do each day that's totally free aside from a little bit of your time. Yesterday, I got 1 viewer out of the hashtag broadcast. I was playing with some different, obviously, look at that. I used a lot of different hashtags. So I got 1 viewer out of broadcast, 10 viewers out of entrepreneur, 14 viewers out of live stream, 2 viewers out of live streaming, 16 viewers out of live video, 7 viewers out of live videos, So it tells you what's working and what's not. So broadcast is not a good one for me. I got 1 viewer out of broadcast. And if I have 10 hashtags that I get to choose from, why would I choose one where I only get 1? Why wouldn't I want to choose a bunch of hashtags where I'm getting 14 or 16 or 17 views? And if you can use 10 of them and you can get 10 different hashtags that all give you 10 views, then you can bump your looks up big time, okay? So that's huge.
Hey, folks,
So what else? I don't have stats on the @Todd.LIVE. I wish it would work for me, but it does. Let's see here.
Hey, folks.
Oh, you know what? It does. I just have placed it in a bad spot. In this video, the first video I did. This video.
Hey, folks, I'm getting ready to go live.
In this video, I know I'm talking and talking at the same time I'm doing the video or playing the video on the phone. Okay, in this video, I put the @Todd.LIVE over on the right side. When you touch the right side, you skip to the next piece of content. When you touch the left side of the screen, you go to the previous piece of content. So I've placed that in a bad spot. I've just taught myself something new as we're on the thing. When I started placing my @Todd.LIVE over on the right-hand side, Facebook or Instagram didn't have the functionality where you tap that side of the screen and it advances to the next shot. They have it now. And thanks for all the love on Periscope. I love that you guys are sending me hearts. Feel free to rapid fire that if you want, even for just a minute. I've never seen that happen on mine. I know that, you know, it doesn't happen very often, but I love to see it. So anyway, on this next one, look at where I placed it.
Time to go live.
Okay, I placed it at the bottom and it's bigger, okay? So it's not in that part of the screen where if you tap the right side, it's gonna go to the next thing. So when I do tap the @Todd.LIVE, I get the, okay, go to live stream, live video 101. You know, I might change that to have it say something a little more interesting, like, you know, I don't want to say please follow, but it could say something like check out Todd.LIVE on Instagram or something like that. So new people that show up that accidentally or intentionally touch the @Todd.LIVE, maybe it says something inviting. I'm going to have to tell Wayne I'll call him later. Anyway, that's it. I mean, that's it in a nutshell. So these are powerful things. Now let me show you how you create it really quick. Okay, so you go in and you want to create, and I'm going to create a test video. But I'm not going to talk during this video because when it goes into replay, I won't be able to talk during it. Okay, so this is going to loop until I send it to Instagram stories, okay? So I didn't say anything because I'd end up talking and my video would be replaying and you'd be hearing the sound and that would be aggravating for you. So here's what you do. First off, you go to that little sticker tab that looks like a little Post-it with a curl. You go to that, and here's where you can choose. Let's see here. You can choose a hashtag, and you can put it in a bubble if you want. I never tend to do that, okay? But what I do is I choose location, and I'm going to choose Irvine, California. And by squeezing around the Irvine, California with my fingers like this, I can make it big or small. And I like to put them down at the bottom so it's kind of out of the way. I want people to be able to see my content, okay? And then I go over here and I push the A button. Now, here's the downside to Instagram Stories hashtags is, unlike the hashtags in the static post, you can save hashtags like in your notepad or whatever and copy and paste them in. You can't copy and paste hashtags into Instagram Stories. The last time I tried it, I couldn't. Let's go in here and let's just even try it. I'm going to get some let's see. Let's go into here. Okay, let's get some hashtag. Okay, this is less than 10 hashtags. So let me copy this. Okay, and I'm going to see if I can paste into Instagram Stories. It would be lovely if you can paste. Oh, you can do it now. You used to not be able to do that. Another something. You're getting killer content today. I had no idea that they've changed that. Okay? They've changed that. That's going to make my life so much easier and your life so much easier because now you can save, like, remember we were talking about some of the hashtags give you 17 views and some give you 16 and some give you 1. Now you can save the hashtags that are really working for you and you can copy and paste them. Up until now, I've been typing them in one at a time and it takes a long time. But when you push done, okay, so when you push done, you can make them big or small, just like the other thing I was doing. See that? You can turn them sideways. You can do whatever. You can put them down there, make them whatever size you want. And then, of course, the last thing you do is you go in and you do an @Todd. And there we go. There we go. And I can make that big or small, too. I can make it whatever I want. And so there we've got it. And so I could send that. I'm not going to send that to my story because it really is meaningless content since I'm not saying anything. But, hey, there's my mom has joined me on Instagram Live. The best place to watch is Facebook. Seriously. Then you get the whole experience. And Mr. TV Blogs, I know him too. The best place is Facebook. Go to Todd.LIVE. Type it in the search bar. You can follow that page. You get the lower thirds. You get everything. You on Instagram, you miss out on all that. You're just getting half the show because I've got my phone plugged into Wirecast and I'm demonstrating on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. They get it, but Instagram doesn't. I'm demonstrating what I'm doing and talking about, and it's in a picture-in-picture over my shoulder. When you're on those other platforms, you get the benefit of that. When you're on Instagram, you do not. So I apologize. But I'm happy that you're with me on Instagram anyway. Okay, so that's it. That's it. I mean, I have shown you how to tag yourself and what it does for you, hashtag your story and what that does for you, and geotag your story and what that does for you. So that's it. I mean, that really is it in a nutshell. And that concludes the From Scratch broadcast this week. Again, I have Podcast Movement Wednesday, Thursday, and I think Friday. I don't do From Scratch on Friday, so it really is kind of a moot point whether podcast is happening then or not. But let me close out of this and get rid of the where's my mouse? Here we go. Let me get rid of the oh, you know what? I am going to discard the video. And here's the other thing. While you're with me, here you go. Todd.live on Instagram. Follow Todd.live on Instagram. I try to give you good content both on Instagram stories, Instagram Live, and on the feed for Instagram. So, you know, I'm glad my mom was having trouble finding me on Facebook and figuring out the sound, but hopefully she's figured it out now. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. I do From Scratch generally Monday through Thursday around 10-ish. And each week is a different theme. So far, I've already done Instagram in general. I did YouTube, and this is the third week, Instagram Stories. And I think Instagram Stories is a pretty powerful tool. Next week, I don't know what I'm going to do next week. Maybe I'll do Snapchat. I haven't done a lot with Snapchat in a while, and a lot of people still swear by Snapchat. So maybe I'll do Snapchat, and next week maybe it'll be 4 episodes on Snapchat. So we'll see. I also want to do a series on email marketing, but every week is going to be a different thing. And every week we're just going to kind of roll up our sleeves, do the basics, maybe get some advanced tips so you guys can learn how to use this stuff better for your business, for your brand, personally, however you're using it. You'll learn how to use it better. But go to my Instagram, Todd.live, follow there. Go to Facebook, Todd.live in the search bar. You will find me. And pretty much if you search any of the social media platforms, Todd.live, you're going to find me. So with that, I am going to close it out, my friends. I hope you all have a great week. I'll be at Podcast Movement. So it's going to be a good time. Going to meet a lot of people. And I will be live streaming from Podcast Movement, maybe even doing some podcasts and stuff from there. So if you're following me on the various channels, you will hear from me. So have a great day. Stay productive, my friends.